Beautiful day, Patriots, how are you? We're going to start back again at Mr. Matt's Twitter page for a minute. We were talking about how I was downloading the video. He sent this one out at the exact same time. And he had done that last week at the exact same time. But really what started that, right, was when I was doing a video of Rudy Giuliani. He sent out another tweet at the same time. Right? So, I mean, those coincidences, you can go back through the timeline and look at what I am talking about. But let's talk about something a little bit more different, and we'll catch you up to speed on what I'm talking about here. We already know that Mr. Rudy's second tweet of the day and his first tweet of the day has the same time difference as Mike Pompeo, right? The exact same as, sorry about this, the last videos show all this. The time difference between this tweet and this tweet is the same time difference as Rudy Giuliani's. That's silly and that's crazy, right? And as that was all happening, like I say, as I'm doing the videos live, they're dropping these at approximately all at the same time. So let's go back over here where we started. We were talking about how Matt Whitaker's time difference between those two tweets is 4 hours and 50 minutes. And that when we went to timestamp and gap code, gap is -1. That gave us a 4, 4, 9. We read it like a map. Thank you, Q. Right? And so while we were doing that, now, here we go. And as we started off this morning also, we were talking about how Mike Pompeo's tweet, because it came in at 5:08, and we went to Q-Drop 5:08, that it reminded us of the ghost timestamp of Dan's from Wednesday, and how that Q-Drop led to, thank you, Q, or it's in today's videos, right? So now as we're looking at Matthew Whitaker, and we saw that the time difference between these two tweets is 4 hours and 49 minutes. Or excuse me, 4 hours and 50 minutes. Let's go look at something. On Wednesday, September 8th, the same day Dan did a ghost timestamp of, like I said, we talked about it all week and all day today, of 8:05 p.m. on the Pacific. In your time zone, that's 9:05, 10:05, and the East Coast, 11:05 p.m. to help you out. Because the timing in between tweets are the same no matter what time zone you're in. The Pacific time zone that Dan deleted his tweet on Wednesday, September 8th, was at 8:05 p.m. Mr. Matt has a tweet here on that same day, and his is at 3:15 p.m. So we got 3:15 p.m. to 8:05 p.m. That's 45 minutes to 4. 4 o'clock to 8 is 4:05. We add that up, that's 50. Wait a minute. That's the exact same time. That's the exact same time between the tweet of today. Of those two. Timing in between those two tweets is the exact same time between this tweet and Dan's deleted ghost timestamp. 4:50 Should we go look at that? We've already looked at 449. We saw that went to President Trump's, verified account. What do you think? Because we're going to look at it twice, so why don't we do that? Let's go look and see what Q-Drop. Now we're going to add one. 451. What does that say? We didn't look at that. Oh. Who is meeting in secret right now? It's these. We see you, we hear you. You must be stupid. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why you said that. I said that. Please. I only did that because I was talking about how the people who dispute this, that was that video just a couple, today or last night. The people that dispute this are caught up in the narrative or are stupid. They are asleep. December 23rd. December 23rd. Can we read this like a map? 2312. 2312. What does that say? Oh. Thank you, Q. God bless you, Patriot. My name's Gregory Hamilton. I talk to Q, and Q talks back. And people in the Q community refuse to talk about this stuff. All they wanted to do is keep you in the news. Watch the news? Yeah, watch everybody get sucked into the news. This ain't about politics. This ain't about Republicans, Democrats, Fox News, about you being right. This is about a spiritual battle, and you aren't going to find it on Fox News, and you're not going to find that kind of information in politics. Show me one person in politics talks about Jesus Christ. They all get thrown out to the can. Bachman, she would talk about stuff like this, and they would kick her out. You know who's funny, like right now, is that if you look on Fox News, back in the day, they kicked him out a long time ago, but I'm old school. But one of the first people to use one of the chalkboards and stuff like that was Glenn Beck, and he would show and talk about the brother Muslimhood and show how it was all connected and how everything, and everybody was like, you're a crazy nut. If you went back and looked at his archives from 20 years ago, you wouldn't think he's a nut now. No, he's a little busy right now. Rumor is that he's busy right now trying to help people escape communism, socialism, and worse. And worse. But anyways, this is biblical, and this is why the Q decoders can't go further, because they still haven't found Jesus Christ. They're still looking for man to save them and solve all their problems. Why else would you be looking for John F. Kennedy Jr.? He's a man. You're hoping that a man comes back. These are physical proofs of how the delusion works. It's the physical proof how Q is a cult. You can't talk anything against Q in the community, or they sit there and say you are crazy. But yet they're the ones that are crazy, looking for dead people to come back to life. He's already come back to life to save our sins, to keep us away from man's traps. My name is Gregory Hamilton. I talk to Q, and Q talks back, and I highly suggest you stay away from Q, politics, news, anybody that's a Q decoder on Twitter. Stay away from Twitter, and I'll repeat it 100 more times, I'm sure. Take a brick and throw it through your TV, and stop following people on Twitter. Find yourself outside walking around. If you spend yourself enough time just walking around, you will contemplate enough to sit there and say, wait a minute, it's obviously biblical. There is a single person in politics telling the truth. What politician is telling the truth? What politician is telling the truth? And you still follow Q that's following politics. It's a sham. It's the devil's scheme. Guaranteed devil scheme. It's the false narrative. Again, I repeat, show me one politician talking about Jesus. What? I didn't hear anything. All glory to Jesus for teaching me how to learn how to read the Q drops, to learn how the enemy works, so that we can expose the enemy in real life and in real time. Q drop 220.